So you just got your Seint makeup. I am so excited for you. It is truly the easiest, fastest, best makeup you will ever use. I promise. I know it seems a little bit intimidating, especially when we throw around words like brightening highlight, main highlight, contour, lip and cheek, yada yada yada. So in this video, I am going to break down the basic 4-step system that is 3D foundation. It's gonna leave you looking like a filtered version of your beautiful self, and it is so easy. So what I am going to do in this video is show you where all of the different colors go on your face. And what's so fun about this is you can apply this makeup all in one layer, or you can apply it the traditional way where you put your main foundation shade, your concealer shade, and you can build it that way. It's makeup. Play with it, have fun with it. That is part of the journey. But for the purposes of placement, I'm going to show you everything in one layer except for my blush, because I do prefer to put my blush on top of everything else. So here is my compact. I've already taken my tin covers off and slid everything into the magnetic compact that I got. And so I have my brightening shade here, which would be my concealer. I have my main shade here, which is my main foundation shade. I have a lip and cheek, which is going to serve as my blush. And then I have my contour color over here. You can put these tins in any way that you prefer. I change my palette out all of the time depending on the season and the colors that I'm into. But let's get started with placement. You can absolutely just go in with your finger and use your finger to apply. So this is my brightest shade, and I'm just going to put that right where I would put my concealer. So I like to do the center of my forehead, down my nose, Cupid's bow, center of my chin. The number one mistake I see people make when they start with cream makeup is using too much. Creams are like almost 50% more pigmented than your traditional liquid foundation, so you really do not need a lot of product. So next I am going to go into my main shade, which is right here. Again, I'm going to dip my finger in, and I just like to do little dots. I'm going to go right above where my contour is going to go and right below it. And then I'm going to do the sides of my nose, sides of my chin, and look how little product is on my face. I know you're thinking, oh my goodness, there's no way you're gonna get coverage, but it's magic and you will. So next I'm gonna move into my contour. So the contour is a little bit less creamy than the other colors in your palette, so you may kind of have to warm it up to your finger. And for contour, especially if you're over 30, you want to be lifting your face up. So you can see where my natural contour is right here. You see that shadow? So it's easy to want to go right on that natural contour, but I'm going to encourage you to go right above it, right on the underside of that cheekbone, which usually lines up with where your ear meets your face. And we're just gonna carve out that cheekbone. Same thing on this side. And then I like to go along my hairline. And then along my jawline. I know you're thinking I look crazy, but trust me, this is all going to blend like a dream. So if this is your first time purchasing Seint, I probably recommended this brush. This is the 3D brush. So it has a fluffier bunny tail end over here, and then a more pointy side over here. And I am going to start with my lightest colors and just lightly, with swirling motions, blend all of that out. And then any areas where you have a little bit more pigment, usually that's in your cheeks, I'm going to use a stippling motion and just kind of press all of that into the skin. And you'll really find it is the easiest to blend. And once you get your color placement down, it's like boom, 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 done, out the door. Fabulous. And there's really no way to mess it up. Okay. So once I have my foundation and concealer all blended, Then I'm going to move into my contour colors. So for the contour on my cheeks, I'm just going to lightly start blending that, and then I'm going to flick it up because we are trying to look lifted. And you can see how much smaller the side of my face looks than this side. That is the beauty of contour. It doesn't have to be harsh. It doesn't have to be too bold to where it doesn't feel natural. You'll actually find that it makes you look more natural and like you're wearing less makeup because we're not taking away all of the dimension from our skin. And you can see that shadow develop. Contour is mimicking shadows. And so you see that beautiful dimension taking shape. Now I'm going to do this side. And then I always almost forget to blend out my chin contour. It never fails. I think I've actually gone through the McDonald's drive-thru with my chin contour not blended, but it's fine. Okay, now for lip and cheek. So I have my lip and cheek color right here, and I'm going to again go in with my finger, and I'm just going to dot that along my cheekbone. You will get a higher color payoff if you use your finger and dot it onto the cheeks, but you absolutely can with any of these colors put your brush right into the cream. So if I wanted to add more, see if it'll focus, there it goes. If I wanted to add more, you can see it on my brush, and I am not wiping my brush off in between colors. It is all the same brush. The bristles are made for cream makeup, and you won't have any muddiness or transfer. Sometimes I like to put some blush on the tip of my nose, and boom, that is our 3D face. And I'm going to take it one step further. If you have a line brush, this one is from Seint, and I really like it because look how small and skinny that tip is. So if you have a line brush, whether it's Seint's or another brand, you can then go into whatever contour color I recommended for you, and you can fill in your brows, which brows are part of what frames our face. So I highly recommend, even if you have been blessed with thick brows, which I do not have, I always recommend giving your brows a little bit of structure. So how I would do that is I take my line brush, and I like to give my brows a baseline. So I'm just going along the base of my brow and creating that structure and definition. I'm going to rinse and repeat on this side. So once I have that line, I am going to flip my brush so that it's facing up and down, and I'm just going to pull that color from that line that I made up through my brow hair. So you can see them getting darker. I find this method is just easy, and it's really simple, and it looks very natural when you're done. Alright, there you have it. I'm just going to add one of my favorite mascaras. This is Sky High from Maybelline. I really like this one because of the size of the wand. It's a nice skinny wand, which makes it really easy to apply and not get everywhere. And there you have it. That's 3D foundation at the most basic level. If you have any questions about anything I went over, or if you got a bigger palette and need some more information, feel free to reach out to me. I am always here to help, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.